Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. You know who it is. I'm your host Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my WWE Friday Night SmackDown review for June 9th, 2023. We have entered the summer for professional wrestling, and I don't know about y'all. I came out of the show mixed. So, the things that were good were awesome. In terms of Jey Uso and the Bloodline storyline, fantastic. That is literally the best thing going on in wrestling. And might be the best thing going on in WWE. Might be. It is the best thing going on in WWE right now. The rest of the show, I will say there was some good wrestling. I'll have my thoughts. I do have thoughts, but I'll give you my thoughts about the Women's Championship, the new Women's Championship design, and Charlotte Flair returning to challenge Asuka for the belt, because of course she did. Oh, don't worry. I saw some people saying, where's the rant coming? You're going to get a rant, don't worry. I love Charlotte, but come on. Come on now, like, and it's not just for Charlotte. The championship belt designs, like, I'm serious when I say this. This is some of the laziest designs I have seen ever. Like, really? Did y'all just dip them in gold glitter? I'm curious about what the new SmackDown belt is gonna look like. Probably like the inverse of this belt, where the strap is white and the plate was gold. The strap will most likely be like gold, and then the plate will be white. I don't know. Probably that, because it's lazy. I have no idea what they're gonna do with the Rhea Ripley belt on Raw. We'll find out when that happens. But we'll have a lot to say about that. I don't know, like, the Money in the Bank qualifying matches. So the winners, I'll say this. I thought Santos and Ali was a great match. Awesome match. The women's matches, I love the women. Please understand me when I say this, but anyone else just kind of feel like these Money in the Bank matches aren't really doing it for you? Like, if it's not LA Knight or IYO, it's like, why should I care? And we'll talk about those matches in a second. I want to take this, let me just take this intro to address something. It's kind of a big elephant in the room. It is if you've been following me on social media. But those of you who haven't watched SmackDown, you probably didn't even notice. So, on the show tonight, they did a preview for Monday Night Raw, where it was revealed the final Money in the Bank qualifier match will not include Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes will instead be fighting, once again, The Miz. I know. Haven't they wrestled like 10,000 times already? I think it's only been like 3 times, but regardless, no one asked for that match. But okay, we're doing The Miz again against Cody Rhodes. But ultimately, with Cody Rhodes no longer in the running for Money in the Bank, that pretty much eliminates him. For now, they might change it, but that pretty much eliminates him from being in the Money in the Bank match. Which also means, most likely, I don't know, They'll MacGuffin their way to it if they have to, but from where I'm standing right now, it doesn't look like Cody Rhodes is going to fight Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Not saying they won't do Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns down the line. They could always do it at WrestleMania 40. Jesus Christ, that is way too long of a wait to hold this match off. You're going to wait a full year to do this match? Jesus Christ. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. That means Roman's going to hold the belt until WrestleMania next year. God. Man, look here. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be straight up honest with you. When they made that announcement that Cody was not going to be in the qualifying match for Money in the Bank, I felt like I had egg on my face. Yeah, that was the point where I went, well, I guess it's not happening. They're going to hold it off until WrestleMania next year, which I don't agree with. Again, anything could happen. They already don't follow the rules of the draft any goddamn way, so they might just have Cody show up on SmackDown after Money in the Bank and just challenge Roman. I don't know. But regardless, ain't it funny? Ain't it funny? I have spent over 13 years criticizing WWE. 9 times out of 10, what I criticize them for, I am accurate about. The one time, the 1%, where I take what they're doing and try to spin it in a positive. When Cody Rhodes lost at WrestleMania, I was one of the very few minority that said, I'm not in the minority. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Kevin Nash, many others said he wasn't ready. So I'm not in the minority. If I am, I'm in a great minority. But I was one of the few that said, yeah, I don't know if WrestleMania is the time for him to win. Although I did predict him to win, I didn't think it was the right time to do it. So when he lost, I said, great. Now do it at SummerSlam, and fans will be more excited to see him win by then. And I thought that was the direction they were going to go in. They were going to do the feud between him and Brock as like a holdover until SummerSlam. And now we're here, and it seems like that's not the case. The one time I gave them the benefit of the doubt is the time I had egg on my face. And you wonder why I criticize WWE. You wonder why. Between you and me, WrestleMania 40 is a long way off. And I think that's way too long of a wait to do the rematch. I understand the whole point of hard times and having Cody struggle for a full year before he gets back to Roman. If you want to do that, I'm not going to tell you not to. I don't know if that's going to be the best thing for him. Can you hold Cody's momentum for that long? As hot as he is now, are they going to be singing "Woo" by next year's WrestleMania? I don't know, Chief. Even now, I still think the time to do it is SummerSlam. Now, we might get to Monday, and this Matt Riddle, Damian Priest match might not even happen. Matt Riddle might get attacked, and Cody then goes out to replace him. And then Cody gets in the match that way, and then we still have Cody win Money in the Bank, and then he goes on to challenge Roman. Who knows? I am now seeing the future as it is. And I don't see things panning out well for Cody Rhodes fans. So I'm going to do you justice and let you know right now that it ain't looking good. I'm sorry if I gave you hope. But that's one's on me. That one's on me. I decided for one time, the one time I decided to give WWE the benefit of the doubt was the one time they said, nah, we're not gonna do that. Sorry. All right. So here's my question. Here's the big question. You ready? If not Cody Rhodes, then who? That's my question now. If it's not going to be Cody versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, who the hell do you have lined up to fight Roman? What, you're going to send him after one of the Usos? Maybe Jimmy, since Jey fought him 3 years ago, maybe you send Jimmy after him. Is that really a SummerSlam main event? I'm not saying you can't do the match, and I'm not saying I wouldn't want to see it, but at SummerSlam? Yeah, man, that's too long for me. That doesn't work for me. It doesn't work for me. Maybe you do a Bobby Lashley. You would have to build him back up since, I mean, he hasn't been on TV and he lost the World Heavyweight Championship tournament to AJ Styles. I would say AJ Styles, but unfortunately, he's stuck in a feud with Karrion Kross, so that's not going to happen. Man, what do you do? The one thing they can't do is have Roman go another month without defending that championship belt. He has got to defend the belt at SummerSlam. What, do we send Solo after him? It's too soon to break that up. I don't even know. I'm stuck. I am genuinely stuck on what to do with Roman. I guess you gotta do one of the Usos, right? We'll have to see. See, this is one of the reasons I said Cody, because that was the most logical choice. There is literally no one else left. There is literally no one else left. Cody was the most logical choice to go with. And if you're not going to do Cody, then who else you got? Someone said Bray Wyatt. Honestly, Bray Wyatt, I would be cool with that if I was confident that he would be booked properly as a world champion. With Vince McMahon back, I don't see it happening. So if they do Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam, I guarantee you Bray's going to lose. They could still do Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam. He ain't beating Roman. But I guess, yeah, I mean, since you brought him up, if Bray is healthy and he's ready to come back, there you go. Maybe Bray Wyatt. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to figure it out. I'm thinking the one that makes the most sense here. Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to be one of the Usos. Jimmy or Jey. Probably both. Jimmy and Jey. Damn. All right. We're going to have to find out. Well, all I know is this. Come Monday, if Cody's not in the match, we'll know. Because I do not see how you get to Cody and Roman at SummerSlam if Cody isn't in, if he's not even competing for Money in the Bank. What do you do? Let me know, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. But, alright, let's pay these bills. Let's go ahead and get to the actual review of the show. A show that I thought overall was solid. I thought it was a good story-based episode revolving around the Bloodline. Like I said, everything involving the Bloodline was fantastic. It's just other minor stuff in there that really annoyed me, mixed in with some good wrestling. And some meh matches here and there. But you guys let me know how you feel. So, if you guys don't mind, let's go ahead and get to the preliminary stuff here. Pay the bills, do the shout-outs, do the sponsorship, and then get things started. So, if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're at it. Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership. Click that join button. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram. Give me a follow on Spotify. Check me out on Cameo. That's right, I got me a Cameo, y'all. Your boy's on Cameo. You can request video requests, send me something to do, whether it's a birthday shout out, whether it's a regular shout out, maybe you want me to make an intro for your channel. Hey, whichever one you want to do, Go to my Cameo, check it out. But, of course, don't forget to follow me on TikTok, because I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you blonde hairs, blue eyes, apple pies, Americas, the remixes, t-shirts, t-shirt made by It's Gen Ox and Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. Today's sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, is Extra Wallet. Changing the way you carry your items one day at a time. Get you a sleek, minimalistic wallet with a tracker on it. I guarantee you, it'll fit better in your pocket than a bulky old out of touch wallet. So, how can I get you access to this lovely wallet? Well, how's about we get a quick word from this sponsor? And I might be able to give you a little bit of a code, a cheat code to get 40% off. Uh-oh. I know y'all said you're going to give us a discount? That's right. Let's get a quick word from the sponsor, and then we'll get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by Exter. In today's age, old leather wallets are a thing of the past. People are looking for something more efficient. That's where Exter comes in. It can fit in your front pocket or any other space convenient for your access. It is the perfect smart wallet for minimalists that only carry essential items such as credit cards and IDs. It also has a cool pop-up feature that allows you to see what's inside, so you always know what you're getting out. Plus, it comes with its own tracker that connects with your phone, so if you ever misplace it, you can instantly find it. Amazing designs, amazing features, all at amazing prices. And today, if you click the link down below and use the promo code JustAlex, you can get 40% off any purchase you make. I truly believe this is a great gift, and it's changing the way people carry their items. So don't hesitate. Use the link below and get you a wallet today. Alright, thank you all so much for being here. As always, show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Shout 97, Firestar Heart, Elias Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl, Khalil does everything, and Big MGM for helping to keep these a safe space for wrestling fans like you. It is so good to see you all. I am always grateful that you choose me during this time for your live reviews. You could be anywhere here on YouTube, getting your reviews from anyone else. You chose me. Always know I am grateful. So if you could do me a favor and hit that like button, because the more you like the video, the more chances I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost that algorithm by hitting that like button if you haven't already. I see a super chat just sitting in the wings. Let's play it.
Sue, they're not even trying any more drinks.
Man. We'll get to Charlotte, I promise. We'll get to Charlotte in a second. But y'all had to see it coming. I'm sorry, nope, I'm gonna wait. It's coming. Let me get to the shoutouts. Get your donations in, get those likes up. And I'll quickly go through these shoutouts really quickly. So, right off the top, we got Project Sunty, John Beal II, Wrestle Spider. Ooh, that boy conducted that one. Damn. He says, Charlotte is doomsday of the women's division. I mean, we'll get to it. Darnell Harris. Good to have you here, Darnell. I think I also see JJ. Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? JJ Bulldog. Good to have you here. Joseph Winters, the tribal chief. Monaco 42, David Adams, King Burbs, King of Hierco Mundo, Jessica Stretch. Did you guys see the new Twisted Metal trailer? I did not.
How about a Bloodline Fatal 4-Way at SummerSlam, the Usos versus Solo versus Roman?
How would you get Solo to turn on Roman, though? That's an interesting match to do. Let me see here. Mr. Anthony White. He says, I don't know about y'all, but I don't like Asuka's chances right now. Since the Queen, woo, has come back. You already know. Sean Swaby. Baby! Well let down with the championship design. The Al Johnson Show. Good to have you here, Al. Christopher Carter, the Cerebral Assassin, Christopher Carter. Brian Cutler. I think I also see... Ooh. El Sancho 369. Did I say it right? El Sancho. Ugh. Jay Jenkins. I don't even think I said his name right. I apologize if I said it wrong. Let's do a couple more in here because I see super chats coming in. We got okay. That's his name. Okay.
Impact had a women's dog collar match tonight.
They did? Look, I might have to check that out. That sounds pretty goddamn dope. Lasal DeGaulle, Adam Ritter, and last but not least, let's give it to FTW Podcast. All right, thank you all so much for being here. I don't want to waste anyone's time. Let's just hit the ground running and talk about this new women's championship belt. I'm not going to go in order when it comes to SmackDown. I'm going to go all over the place. I'm just going to be here to talk about the important parts, quickly run through SmackDown, and spend most of the time talking about the Bloodline. Because the Bloodline, let's be real, the one thing that you need to worry about and care about is the Bloodline storyline. That's it. Because nothing else is really all that important, if I'm being completely honest with you. So, let's not waste any more time. Let's pause these super chats, continue to like the video, and we're going to go ahead and get started. So, it was announced tonight by WWE that Asuka would be getting a brand new WWE Women's Championship. Now notice, they didn't say new Raw Women's Championship, because finally, they had decided to get rid of the brand exclusive names. So just like tonight, the same thing will happen on Raw, where Rhea Ripley will be given her own exclusive championship belt. So Asuka was given the WWE Women's Championship, and I believe, based off of reports, Fightful Select says Rhea Ripley will be given the World Women's Championship. I'm going to just say it, at the very least, they fixed that. One of my biggest issues that I have been rigging, just completely nailing WWE over when it comes to this draft, is this dumb call to move the Raw and SmackDown Women's Champions to different brands and not even address what was going on. For like a good month or so, they just had these women on these shows defending their belts as still the Raw Women's Champions and SmackDown Women's Champions on opposite brands. And they never addressed it. It was just happening. It made no sense. It was to the point that I think they had to do this. Now, Fightful Select, if I can read this article for you, they have apparently been talking about getting new women's championship belts since... When did Ronda drop the belt? Was that January? I think it was January, right? Well, let me just read this really quickly. It says, the source confirmed there have long been conversations as to how to simplify the title belts appearing on different brands than they're assigned to. We've been told that the decision, to have that happen occurred after Ronda Rousey made it clear she would rather compete in the tag team division. This changed WrestleMania plans. So this was before WrestleMania. We've heard that updated title belts were at least discussed around that time. Okay, so this was in the works for months. So I have a massive question about that. If it was in the works for months, why didn't you do it before the draft? You know, the time to do that, to get new belts, would have been, I don't know, after WrestleMania, before the draft happens. Why did you wait until after the draft, where you knew you were going to have to change these belts anyways? Because let me just be clear. Even if they had kept the Raw title on Raw, and then the SmackDown title on SmackDown, we were still going to exchange the belts any goddamn ways, right? If the plan in long term was to change the belt designs, I didn't understand why we couldn't just wait. You know, why do we even just do the Raw and SmackDown's flop anyways? None of this is making, if I start thinking about it, it's going to get on my nerves. Okay, but maybe some wires got crossed. Maybe some things got moved ahead of schedule that shouldn't have been moved ahead of schedule. And some things got postponed because red tape and bullshit. But regardless, here we are. They're fixing the issue. It shouldn't have happened. I don't even understand why we have NXT Tag Team Champs on SmackDown, but we're going to fix that as well, apparently. But here we are. They have fixed the problem. The problem has been fixed. We no longer have a Raw Women's Champion on SmackDown. It is now just a Women's Champion. Cool. I'll take it. It's something that makes sense and I'm happy with. So now let's talk about this design. I almost don't want to talk about it. I feel lazy. As lazy as this belt design. All they did was literally dip it in, gold glitter? That's literally all they did. They just dipped it in gold glitter. They didn't really change much about it. It's just gold. Does it look better? It's like the Universal Championship. Does the belt look better in gold? Yes. But still, they didn't even try to give us a different brand belt. They just didn't. They just said, we're going to keep the same design, but make it gold. It's the same thing as the Universal title. So now I'm curious to see how the World Women's Championship is going to look. I'm thinking it's going to be a replica of the World Heavyweight Championship. Or it might just be this belt, but inversed. Where the strap is gold, but the plate is white. How would that look? That might not look good at all. We're going to have to see. It might actually be, the more I think about it, that could probably be okay. Let me see how the championship looks on Monday before I judge that belt. As for this belt, it's lazy. It's as lazy as the Universal Championship. They didn't really change much. They just turned it gold. So, it is what it is. Could they have been better? Could they have done different things to, spice it up? Absolutely. I will say this. As lazy as this design is, I am at least happy we're not calling it the Raw Women's Championship. It's like the most basic of shit that we shouldn't have even been dealing with. It's at least an improvement over what we were getting. And I feel bad for being okay with that, where it's just like, okay, the bottom of the barrel, passive type of shit. Yeah, we should have a belt that, makes sense for where we are. It made no sense for the Raw Women's Championship to be on SmackDown, so turn it into the WWE Women's Championship. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but okay. I got nothing else to say about it, really. Like, what could I say that I already didn't say about the Universal title? It's called the Undisputed Women's Championship. Why is it called Undisputed? When It's not the only women's championship. Doesn't make any sense. Said that about the Universal title. You could have really gone out of your way to make this design look a little bit better, but it really doesn't. It's just the same belt, just gold. I don't know what to tell y'all. Give me your thoughts about it, man. It is what it is. It could have been worse, but I'll take what I can get, quite frankly. And the fact that we're at least not calling it the Raw Women's Championship is an improvement. So, let's talk about the big elephant in the room then. Asuka came out. She was given the new belt. And before she could even say a word, you hear, dun, 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 woo! Charlotte Flair walked right out there in her all-encompassing glory of blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America! Got inside that ring, pointed at that title and said, that there title is mine. Woo! And guess what? She got the championship match in 3 weeks before Bianca Belair. Even though Bianca Belair asked first, and rightfully so should get the rematch first. Sorry, Bianca, you're not Charlotte Flair. Damn. So let's get to it. I have gone out of my way to literally build my entire brand around WWE's favoritism of Charlotte Flair. The blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie t-shirt is based off of Charlotte Flair. The nepotism, the clear favoritism that Charlotte clearly is exuding, that is a part of her character. She doesn't have to get in line. She can just ask for a championship and they give it to her. Oh, I want that belt. Okay, Charlotte. Yeah. And there are times where I think that's absolutely hilarious. Especially if it's a champion I don't like Ronda Rousey. I'm like, all right, well, time to give Charlotte her belt back. Right? But then there's the double-edged sword to that. There's the other side of that coin. Where she then wants to do the same thing to a fan favorite, like Asuka. It's like, Jesus Christ, can Asuka not catch a break? Asuka just beat Bianca Belair. And I'm thinking Asuka's going to hold that belt for a while. Because I didn't see Bianca beating Asuka again. Charlotte, however. It is what it is. With the way things are looking, and you know who's in charge running the show. Yeah, Asuka's going to drop that belt. I already feel it coming. Now, if Asuka beats Charlotte, thank you. I would really appreciate that. I personally think Asuka should beat both Charlotte and Bianca and hold that belt for a while. That's not happening. If Asuka doesn't drop that belt to Bianca, she's dropping it to Charlotte. And if this is a new championship belt design and it's gold too, you already know how the politics work. You know, and here's the thing. It's not even just a Vince McMahon thing, because I know a lot of you are expecting me to say, it's all Vince McMahon's fault. Well, hold on for a goddamn minute. Did you forget that Charlotte Flair is also a favorite of Triple H? She was getting a massive push in NXT as well. What do you want me to say? You gotta deal with it. This is what it is, man. I hate it, just like you do. But I think I have just come to expect it. This is just what WWE is. Every time Charlotte Flair shows up, guess what that means? It's time to give her the belt. Until she decides she wants to go on vacation, and then someone else can hold the belt. But since she's on SmackDown, and since Vince is running the show, as well as Triple H, and they both love Charlotte, would you be surprised? Let me just ask you this. You don't have to like it. I don't even think you should like it. But if Charlotte does beat Asuka, if she does beat Asuka on SmackDown in 3 weeks, would you be surprised? Why even be upset? Is it worth getting upset over? Because I don't think it is. She beat her. Of course she did. It sucks that Asuka's not going to get a long run with the belt. But I don't really think... Again, this is just how I feel about it. I didn't think Asuka was going to be treated all that well anyways when Vince McMahon came back. When she lost at WrestleMania, I just had a feeling like, well, that's the end of her monster push. And now that she won the belt back, I was thinking, okay, well, maybe they're gonna go ahead and give her another run, revamp on it. Not anymore. Now that Asuka's back, now that Asuka has that new belt and Charlotte came back, sorry. I don't write the show, folks. I don't write the show. If I wrote the show, you would have nothing to worry about. Asuka would still be your champion. She would be a long-term champion. She would have won at WrestleMania, first off. But here we are. We got a new championship belt. Asuka will most likely lose the belt to Charlotte Flair in 3 weeks. Where y'all feel about that? I'm pretty sure most of you are very upset about it, and I wouldn't blame you. I guess, like I said before, I'm just used to it. I'm just used to it at this point. I don't feel the need to get angry about Charlotte. I just know that she is a favorite. She's a favorite. They're going to give her whatever she wants, and she wants the belt. Guess what happens? Guess who gets the belt? That is WWE. That is WWE, whether it's Triple H or Vince McMahon. And the only time it will stop happening is if Charlotte leaves. And if she goes to AEW, guess what's going to happen in AEW? The exact same thing. Probably not as much. But yeah, like if you have Charlotte Flair on your roster, more than likely that girl's getting the belt. It's Charlotte Flair. Sorry, folks. I know you probably wanted me to rant. It was a rant. Somewhat. I just don't feel the need to get angry. There's no rage behind it. It's just complacency. It's just me being content and accepting the fact that, yeah, this is what it is. It is what it is. It's been this way since 2015. I'm sorry. 2016. Well, no, 2015. I said it right. Since she came up to the main roster. It's been this way. Nothing's different. It's not going to be different. Look, I'll put it to you this way. I do think that the best call here is to have Asuka beat Charlotte. I think Asuka should beat Charlotte and then go on to fight a Bianca Belair at Money in the Bank. Then at SummerSlam, you do a triple threat where Asuka wins again. And then Asuka should hold that belt for a long time. She should go on a long run with the championship. That's what I think. That's what I think. Could I be wrong? Absolutely. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But nah, man, I don't know. I can't. There's nothing in me that says that I should rant or lose my mind or go crazy over it. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. So give me your thoughts. How do you feel about it? Don't go too crazy. Well, go crazy as much as you want in the live chat. But yeah, let's just quickly talk about the rest of SmackDown. So again, like outside the Bloodline stuff, got some good wrestling. I thought Mustafa Ali and Santos Escobar had an awesome match for Money in the Bank. Of course, Mustafa Ali is not going to be competing for no briefcase because he's a jobber now, as told by the jobber entrance. Santos Escobar advances onto the ladder match, just like Zelina Vega did. We have Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champs, being confronted by Ronda and Shayna Baszler, basically agreeing to do a unification match for those tag team titles, women's tag team titles. Sure, I guess. Why not? Seriously, what do you want me to say at this point? It's like the women's title. We shouldn't have been in this situation to begin with. Why bring up these NXT women's tag team titles just to create a situation where you have to unify the belts? So what, is NXT not going to have... Well, here's the thing. Again, this is me giving WWE the benefit of the doubt. Probably shouldn't do this. If you unify the NXT titles, I think those women's tag team belts should just go all over the place. You can go to NXT, you can go to SmackDown, you can go to Raw. I think Ronda should be allowed to go to NXT. Her and Shayna. Yeah, just have the women's tag team belts go everywhere. NXT, Raw, and SmackDown. I think that's fair. You don't need an NXT tag team titles. You don't. Bayley beat Michin, aka Mia Yim, to qualify for her match. IYO SKY defeated, I believe it was Shotzi Blackheart, to qualify for her match. I think we're going to do one more women's match. I forgot if we... Yeah, we're going to do one more women's match and one more men's match. Okay. I'm trying to see if there are any other matches or segments I should talk about. I think I covered all of it. Baron Corbin lost his Money in the Bank qualifying match to Pete Dunne. Butch. So Baron Corbin was out there and he was confronting Carmelo Hayes, because he's in a feud with Carmelo Hayes right now. Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens were backstage talking to the tag team locker room. They just all showed up randomly and was like, hi, hey, we're tag teams, and we could end up fighting for Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn's tag team titles, which is why I'm like, that would be nice, because they seem to be on Raw a lot. But yeah, it feels like Sami and Kevin are going to be on Raw and SmackDown a lot more often. Cool. Sounds good to me. So it's like, okay, you're going to be in a feud with Imperium. Now you're going to be in a feud with people on SmackDown too? Oof. All right, I mean, they're going to be busy. I think that about covers all of SmackDown except for the Bloodline stuff. If I miss anything, please let me know. Just let me know. But if you guys don't mind... Oh yeah, almost forgot. Karrion Kross and AJ Styles. So during the freaking Bayley versus Mia Yim match, freaking Scarlett Bordeaux came out and blew some red mist. Not like Oscar mist, but red powder, I suppose, in AJ's face. And then Karrion Kross choked his ass out. So we're going to continue a feud between Karrion Kross and AJ Styles. Cool. Nothing else to really say there, but what can you do? All right, finally, the best part about this show is everything revolving Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, Paul Heyman, and Solo. So no Roman Reigns tonight. I was on the impression he was going to be on all the shows. He took this one off. He'll be there next week, though. So tonight was all about whether Jey Uso was going to make the right decision and join the Bloodline. They opened up with that. They had Paul Heyman go out there. He gets interrupted by Jey Uso's entrance music. Jey Uso gets inside the ring, and he's mad at them. He's pissed off for excommunicating his brother. Completely kicked out Jimmy Uso, his brother. Paul Heyman gets on the microphone, tells Jey Uso the reason why we got rid of Jimmy is because he's a weak link. Unlike you, Jey. See, the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, sees something special in you. He thinks you could be the successor. The successor that will lead the bloodline when it's his time to step down. He feels you will be the new tribal chief. He wants you to be his right-hand man. And to show you how serious he is, we have granted you a United States Championship match tonight against Austin Theory. And Jey Uso's like, ooh, that's good. And Paul Heyman's like, look, we will give you the entire world. We'll give you the castle. but you had to acknowledge your tribal chief. You just had to shake my hand. Jey Uso accepts the United States title, but then doesn't shake Paul Heyman's hand. That was a great opening segment. And that's immediately followed up by Sami Zayn meeting Jey Uso backstage. And anytime you have Sami and Jey backstage, it's such great chemistry. Such great shit between those two. You know, Sami tells Jey that some of the best times of his life was with him and Jimmy. Because he felt like they truly cared about him. They start talking about how Roman is abusive. He's been pushing them around. Anytime he has to, he'll put his foot down and put them under his thumb if he has to. And then, you know, he's just being there to console him, to let him know that, look, man, you're better off without Roman. You can do this. You don't need to be with the bloodline. Being that angel on his shoulders, right? While Paul Heyman is the devil, Sami Zayn is the angel on his shoulders. Such a great dynamic. That's so well done. Again, I have to imagine Paul Heyman is writing this stuff, right? I had to imagine. But yeah, he tells Jey he has a big choice here, and if he wants to stick with Roman and be the next tribal chief, he gets it, and he hopes he wins the United States Championship and proves the competitor he can be. He just wants to consider the consequences, the end of the Usos, and listen to his heart. Follow your heart, Jey Uso. Follow the heart. Well, we then get to the main event. Actually, before we get to the main event, we get Jey Uso and Paul Heyman backstage, where Jey Uso tells Paul Heyman, look, the only way I am going to rejoin the bloodline is if you're not in it. Oh man, some tension there. Well, that didn't go anywhere because the main event match, Jey Uso and Austin Theory, which was a pretty good match, I'm not even going to lie. And they went back and forth. It was pretty good until the referee bump. When the referee bump hit, I was like, well, guess what? This is when Jimmy Uso comes to help him, and then some shenanigans happens. Well, the pretty deadly, the boys that are pretty deadly, come out to aid Austin Theory. And that's when Jimmy Uso comes out to help out Jey Uso. And while he was helping him out, Solo enters the ring and absolutely beats the piss. Not at Jimmy, just beats him up, just tears him apart. Jimmy does try to fight back and hit Solo with a super kick, but then he inadvertently hits Jey with a super kick, which then allows Austin Theory to pin a 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh. And so now, Jey is distraught. He's upset. He came this close to being a champion for the first time, being a champion. And his brother, Jimmy Uso, screwed him over. Man. Paul Heyman's on the outside. He's smiling. Like, why am I hiccuping? But we see the show close, fade to black, with Paul Heyman going, call Roman Reigns. And Jimmy Uso just head down. And there you go. I mean, it's looking like more than likely Jey Uso is gonna be temporarily rejoining the bloodline. And man, I don't know how else I can say it other than this is cinema, man. Every single week, this continues to be the best part of WWE, the best part of SmackDown. The acting is great. Everyone is doing their thing, man. The story is progressing very nicely. The Usos are feeling like legit main event players. And like I said before, I don't know if Cody Rhodes is going to be fighting Roman. It looks like it's not going to happen. We still got a long ways off, like 2 months off, to do something. But it's looking more and more like Jey and Jimmy are going to be probably the ones that Roman fights. I don't know if that's the right thing to do for SummerSlam, but if it's not them, I don't know who it is. I'm sorry. I don't know who fights Roman. It's either Cody or one of the Usos. I would love for it to be Bobby Lashley. I would love an AJ Styles. I would love a Bray Wyatt. I don't think it's going to be any of those three. Bray, Bobby, AJ. I don't see that happening for SummerSlam. But if it's one of the Usos, at least that makes storyline sense. The most logical choice is Cody, but I'm sorry. Like, if he's not going to be in Money in the Bank, it's not happening. It's not happening. So, other than that, man, I guess we'll just have to see what happens. We'll have to see how it plays out. If it plays out, well, cool. If it doesn't, it is what it is. But, yeah, that's it, y'all. That's my thoughts on SmackDown. Like I said before, it was solid. That's all I can really say. I didn't think it was, like, groundbreaking in terms of, like, past shows, like one of the greatest SmackDown shows out there. No, I don't think it was that. I just think for a show that was meant to entertain and advance stories and keep you guessing and keep you watching, yeah, it was a pretty solid show. So, y'all give me your thoughts about SmackDown. Give me your thoughts about the new Women's Championship design. How you feel about them now fixing these issues that have been plaguing them for the last month or so. And, you know, just looking forward to hear what you guys have to say.
Samoa Joe is playing Sweet Tooth in Twisted Metal.
I saw that. That's good. I think I actually talked about that. Didn't I even mention that a month ago when it was first announced? But yeah, he's in Twisted Metal.
The new Woman Championship color should have been pink instead of gold.
I don't even think I would have liked that. Even with a good design, that would have looked weird. Like, you can do a color scheme of white and gold. That's not my issue. Gold is fine. It's just the design is what gets me. The design is lazy.
If done right, I see LA Knight defeating Roman instead of Cody.
Look, I'm not gonna say no to LA Knight beating Roman Reigns. Y'all know that I love me some LA Knight. So if you want to do LA Knight, let's go. Seriously. You think I'm actually gonna sit here and be like, no to LA Knight? Whatever. Uh-oh. We not done?
Impact put on a show. Women's dog collar match with Marcia Slamovich and Killer Kelly, and Alex Shelley became Impact World Champion for the first time, and Christ Sabin is now a 9-time X Division champion.
Whoa. Alex Shelley won the world title? Really? Yeah, I gotta see that. I love me
What about a returning Randy Orton beating Roman for the undisputed Universal Championship?
You want to give it to Randy? Are we sure we want to give it to Randy? I'm not against it. Just found it. Yep, there it is. Wow. Alex Shelley is the new world champion. WWE is so lazy. Lazy AF. LAZY. Lazy. Thank you, Ultra Shout, for that. Lazy writing and lazy booking. Jim Cornette. I agree. WWE, that doesn't make any sense to call it the WWE Undisputed Women's Championship. It sure the hell doesn't. Bianca Belair heel turn come. Right, so Bianca Belair is going to turn heel on Charlotte Flair? Uh-oh. Oh, of course. Of course Bianca is the heel against Charlotte Flair. You're going to make her a babyface. Watch them inadvertently make Bianca a babyface if she turns heel on Charlotte Flair. No one wants to cheer Charlotte. Yeah, of course Charlotte gets a title shot. It's Charlotte. yeah, man, look, not much else to say here. I'm gonna go ahead and close things out. So, I have no idea what the hell they're gonna do. I had a vision in my head of where they could go with things. Now I have no idea what the hell they're doing for SummerSlam. It's like they just kind of blew things up. It is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. But yeah, man, it's just one of those things where we're just gonna have to watch. I have no clue what the hell they're doing for SummerSlam now. I guess LA Knight's winning Money in the Bank. I guess that's the right call there. That is so weird that we don't have Dom or Cody Rhodes. I would have thought Dominic Mysterio especially Dominic Mysterio was going to be in the Money in the Bank match. But nope. I guess not. What do you do? Alright, let's just go ahead and move things forward here. I believe that wherever we get, maybe things will work out better for me, but will work out better for everybody when we get to SummerSlam, because it's gonna be in Ford Field, so they gotta do something. But let's wait and see. Let's play it by ear. Maybe it'll end up being something worth a damn. But ultimately, thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for watching me. As you follow out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Check me out on Cameo if you want to get a request in there. That'd be nice. And ultimately, y'all, thank you all so much for tuning in to me right here in Alex's World. We're going to keep going. Like I said, I'm going to get y'all to at least SummerSlam. I don't feel as excited about WWE now that I know that Cody's not fighting Roman, and we're going in a different direction with Roman at SummerSlam. So I guess we're doing Cody and Brock for some reason. Okay. Fine. But yeah, let's just play it by ear. I'm not writing the show. But thank you all so much for being here. And as always, please know, no matter where you are, wherever you're watching me, you are welcome right here in Alex's World. Thank you all for watching. This is Alex, just Alex, signing off right here in Alex's World. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out of here. Peace.